Hello, and welcome to our Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets commentary.
Extended edition.
Extended edition. I mean, we've been writing that on the promo stuff for it, but just in case you're wondering, yes. This is the extended edition, the Peter Jackson edition of the movie, the 3-hour edition of the movie. I think I saw the extended edition of this once a while back.
Yeah.
And I watched it in parts because I had to go, do stuff because I'm an adult.
You had to live life.
Yeah, and I kind of watched. So I never watched it through, and I didn't realize that the movie was 3 hours long. And I'm like, holy crap!
So I hope you guys are buckled in.
Strap in, folks.
Yeah.
Get yourself a Gatorade so you stay hydrated. That was a nice shot. I like that.
They didn't have that little porch before, did they?
I
don't think they did.
I don't know actually. Already, he looks so much older.
Oh, I know. I was just going to say that.
It's funny because they only look like newborn babes, really, in the first one. It's funny, when we were putting this movie, even his voice.
I know.
I mean, it's still a little in between, but right away. But it's funny, when I was putting the Blu-ray in here, and I saw, the screenshot of them on the menu, I was even looking at Hermione, wow, even she looks older.
I know. Baby.
I love how they're kind of they kind of have to accept certain things there. I'm sure Hagrid kicking down your front door.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want to piss him off. They're like, well, it's done, so we might as well not fight it. We're just not going to make it easy for you.
But that's the thing. It's do you really want to even do anything at this point, considering what he can do? Yeah, what if his freaky little friend showed up? Would you guys be in a position to do anything about it?
I know, right? Well, technically, it kind of happens.
Well, yeah, well, that's my point. It's almost like...
It's just not really a friend yet.
And this is the last one that Chris Columbus directs. And it's funny too, because the first two Harry Potter films really feel like, I mean, the whole franchise feels consistent. It all feels like Harry Potter, but the first two in my mind kind of stand out as being kind of very bright, very colorful, still very, and I get it, the tone is going to mature, get more serious, because as they get older, they become in more adult situations. So I understand that.
Adult situations.
Well, yeah, that a large part of that. Yes, yeah.
Sorry.
That would be Harry Potter the postgraduate years. Which, hey, I'd be up for, but...
Hey, at least he gets his own room now.
Yeah.
So something came out of it.
Oh, Dobby.
CG is considerably better.
Yeah. I think maybe at this point they're trying to compete with Gollum maybe a little bit.
I know.
And right away here we're being introduced to other races, because that's the cool thing too about the Harry Potter. It's not just humans with magical abilities. There's a whole range of sentient beings and things like that. I mean, that's one of the reasons I was I like the idea of there being a... Who's the guy that does all the magical creature? Who studied all the magical creatures? They're doing the movies of now. What's his name?
Crap. What is it,
I know all the Harry Potter fans right now are just literally sharpening their knives.
It's not Scamander or whatever. That's the other guy. Or is that him? I'm terrible. I never read the book they did for that either. But we did watch the movie. I just don't remember his name because I'm apparently a bad fan, as everyone's finding out.
Yeah. Well, my point is, Newt's Scamander.
Okay, so that is his name.
Yeah. Oh, Dobby.
Been there, Dobby.
Yeah, that's me when I'm trying to write and I just cannot construct a coherent sentence. I'm just looking for anything to smash my big stupid head on. But yeah, one of the reasons I was a little disappointed in that movie was that it was more about the conspiracy of Rise of Pure Wizards, and not about him going off and looking for magical creatures, which is what I was really fascinated about, because I love within this world, there's a whole, biological study of organisms that we as muggles are not privy to. And I was really kind of fascinated by both sentient and, non. And I was kind of disappointed that movie focused more on, basically, the rise of the attitude that would eventually lead to Voldemort, and less about
and
this,
that dude Johnny Depp plays, spoilers. Grindelwald.
And he's going to be a bigger part in that. But anyway, I like how we're now being introduced to more of like the kind of other races and species in this world, which is the kind of stuff I'm always fascinated about when it comes to world building.
I must hit myself. Jesus Christ. What would you do if they just made like a big, like they put blood every time he hit himself, so it was like super violent?
It's going to sound really, really maybe insensitive of me to say, but Dobby feels like he's possessed by the spirit of a Japanese businessman who just disappointed his boss.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah. Do not give Dobby a necktie.
A necktie? Damn.
Or an access to a long horizontal pole.
Wow.
With said necktie. Not that I'm making fun of that kind of thing, but that's like a legitimate thing that happens.
God, his faces.
He's passed away too, not too long ago. The actor who plays Uncle Vernon. Like a lot of actors from this franchise have passed away. I mean, again, and I love now how Harry he makes the distinction between this world and that world.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, here's the thing about that. Which is always the worst way to start a conversation.
Where did you get those from, Dobby? You don't have pockets.
Yeah, where do you pull that from, Dobby?
Dobby.
We don't know about elves, though. I mean, they might have orifices that we're not aware of.
Oh, no.
Maybe they're like...
now he just, like, tucked it into his thing somehow.
Are they like marsupial mammals? Do they have pouches?
He's got a magic sack.
All the Harry Potter fans out there, please let us know. Do house elves have pouches?
Gross.
Oh, I'm just saying, those letters came from somewhere. But then again, I forget he's got magical abilities, so he can probably
I know.
like...
Just say you're not going to school.
Well, just lie. See, this is why, if I was Harry, I would not have had the same problems as you had.
I know.
It's like, I can't say that. Really? Really? Just try. Just try to form the words. I'm pretty sure you'll find they come.
That picture.
I love
Like,
this.
and how does nobody notice that?
His hands.
And I want to put the hands up like that either.
Yeah, that just looks like you're... And it almost looks like he's doing it,
well,
too.
yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah. Oh.
We're stuffy and obnoxious.
Oh, that's going to end well.
Yeah.
I don't see this going bad at all. Yeah, it looks like he's just like
Yeah, I'd at least
Jedi
like,
mind tricking
be
that
this
shit.
way, not this way.
Putty. Ooh, you could have grabbed that.
Yeah. It still would have caved in, but he could have made an attempt. So disturbed.
See, Dobby, this is why you get beaten.
I know.
I was going to help you out. Now I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Now I'm going to pull a Malfoy and just abuse you to hell and back. I had your best intentions at heart, and you will tell yourself that as I'm beating you with an inch of your life.
Jeez.
Again,
Here's
here's my thing. You think he did that. You think he's got magical abilities.
Yeah.
You think he can do things to mess up your life with magic. You want to lock him there in your house and keep him. Again, here's my thing.
Well, not only that, but I'm like, they know he's not allowed to use magic, but if you lock him in, what's going to stop him? Oh, you never go back? Okay, might as well.
Well, that's the thing. 'Cause, yeah, you don't use magic outside of school because then you'll be expelled. Well, we're not going to let you go back to school. Well, fuck it.
Yeah.
All bets are off. Time to shoot fireballs out of my hand.
Here we go.
Not to mention, if he starts picking up like magic on like black market style, learning it that way.
Yeah.
I love this bit.
I mean, that's good there. That's practical.
Well, I think that's practical.
Yeah, that's practical.
I think it's practical, yeah.
But when it's far off, it doesn't look fantastic.
The boys. And now Ron sounds like he's 47.
He's a smoker with 5 kids.
Before he was like, blimey, Harry. Now he's like, hey, sup, bruv? It's like, oh shit. Hermione's gonna have like a the 65-year-old smoker's voice from the woman at Vegas at the slot machines.
Jesus.
Harry.
I'm like, what the hell kind of noises are you guys making?
What is that?
Joke's on you. There's so many locks, it's going to take you a minute to get in.
Like, I can't tell if that's a sign of pleasure or anger. It's like, he's escaping. Let him escape. Like, here's my thing. Eventually, he doesn't go back. I know one at the end of these, in the books and movie, he does something. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you'll see. Where he does something where basically they kind of kick him out. And I'm like, why did you...
Murder! He's just laughing. Do you see that shit-eating grin on his face?
But here's the thing. He's going to have to go back. Even though at this point, I'm kind of like, if I were to go back, I'd be like, all right, here's the thing. You see what I can do. Don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to live here. I'm going to do my thing. And you're going to leave me the fuck alone. Because I know like an 8-foot giant.
I know.
All right? You want Hagrid to come back and pay you a visit? Did you want that? No.
Well, that's the thing. Even though they're not magical, I'm sure they know who Dumbledore is.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, so that's the thing. They are acquainted with, especially the sister.
Yeah.
But again, then...
Oh, yeah, and this is the first time we're seeing where they live.
Yeah. I guess I'm just confused. Like, why do they keep him? Why do they have him? Why don't they get rid of him? Like,
I know.
If you hate it, or is it just do you enjoy torturing him? Probably that's what I wonder.
Probably.
Now, where witches and wizards live and things like that, is it a situation, again, like, I know, again, they don't explain in the movies, which I'm kind of annoyed they didn't, because it was always the question I had, and then I started reading the books, and I was like, oh.
By the way, they have actual versions of this now.
Oh,
with GPS, and it goes by your phone, and you can program where they are.
What?
Like the thing where it says where they are.
Oh.
I've seen it on Facebook, like an ad. It's like, oh, it's like Harry Potter. Anyways, what were you saying?
Wizards could do that way before, so take that, muggles. But no, I was gonna say, like, okay, like I know in the books they explain that. Oh shit. They explain that the reason why you don't people can see Hogwarts, they can see the building, but it looks like it's old and just unused. And like like we were saying in the first commentary, the second you start approaching it, you suddenly think in your mind, oh shit, I left my stove on or something. And you just wander off. You don't go to it.
Yeah.
Is this kind of how all their houses are, like wizards? Because this is just in the English countryside, I'm assuming, right?
I think so, yeah.
So what's to stop just somebody from going up to their magical house? And the fact that they don't even know how Muggle stuff works.
Yeah.
I love this part coming up.
Why was her jumper on
Look
the
at her face. It's like, oh shit. Yeah. You know, but like him, he studies Muggle stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, even though they live essentially kind of side by side, they live apart. I mean, their worlds do not intersect unless you're really part of like the Ministry of Magic, when it's your job to kind of interact with like, you know, Muggle politics. Am I right? Like, but that's the thing. So.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
But again, that's my thing. So I would imagine
I love this.
That's gonna be me as a dad. If I find out like, oh, our kids like, you know, stayed up late and they were able to buy like a really limited Godzilla figure, or they went to like a convention and found it, I knew they were supposed to. I'm gonna be like, oh, did you see it? How was it? Was it great? And you're gonna be like, Thundercurse.
Their poor owl.
I know, this owl that has so many.
Oh.
And I love you that was a prop they just threw it
I
to
know.
the windows. That makes it even funnier.
So cute.
I know, it's a beautiful owl. What kind? Is that a great? That's not a great horned owl.
I'm not sure what kind of owl it is.
I forget the name, but I love those owls. They're the most intense faces. But you see, again, when I talk about like urban fantasy, again, it's something kind of very relatable to like our world. Again, they have to buy their school books. The fantasy is it's a spell book, okay? but it's still, hey, it's a textbook, and what do we all learn about textbooks?
Yeah.
They're expensive. You know what I mean? They cost a lot of money. So again, for someone who's new to fantasy, or you're trying to get someone into fantasy, I would start, everyone wants you to read and watch Lord of the Rings, watch Dragon Slayer, watch... That's cool.
And for Harry, who doesn't know, he's like, what the fuck?
But I would say start with Harry Potter. Harry Potter is like the best gateway drug in terms of like fantasy, because there's enough of it rooted in our world that people will get what they're seeing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my mom, she was like terrible with this kind of stuff. She liked romantic comedies, that's it. I let her watch some Harry Potter, and she kind of got it a little bit because it's stuff like this. Go buy your books, go to school. Oh, he said Diagon Italy, didn't he?
Diagon. Instead of Diagon.
But if I tried to make her watch Lord of the Rings, she had no concept of what she was saying. To be fair, there were times I was watching Lord of the Rings and I was saying the same thing.
What?
I was going to say, to be fair, there were times where I was watching Lord of the Rings and I was like, huh?
Whoa.
Look at that.
See the titties on that thing?
Is that what they are?
I think so, because there's paws underneath.
Whoa, good thing Disney doesn't own this.
I know. They were puffy nipples.
Let's wait till we get to movie 4 or 5 at least before we say... Oh, well, we already made a masturbation joke in the first one, so...
Sorry, guys.
Hey, you're all grown up now.
This is the quality content I bring.
Yes. This is cool. To be fair, if I was Harry, I'd be like, I came to the right store.
I know.
The store. Black metal to the full degree.
So this is my question. Why would you do this? Why would you like hold its hand? Harry, why are you so dumb?
See, that'd be good for like strength training though. I would
Oh my
just
God.
like arm wrestle it. And now we're getting the... I think he's got the bleached hair now. No, that's still...
Yeah, he doesn't have a wig yet. Yes, let's get in this.
Yeah, it's still
It's still dyed, but yeah, eventually I think they give him a wig.
But it's funny that... Ooh, there we go.
He's got a wig.
Yeah. Is it though? Because look at the roots. The roots are a lot whiter.
I think it's still dyed. It's just more yellowy, whereas Lucius's hair is...
I think they're maybe segueing, trying to imply that as he's getting older, it's turning more
Maybe,
platinum.
yeah.
Because the roots are more platinum than like the end of it. That's such an asshole. I'm sorry.
I know.
I love the ultra snooty, like, just over the top. Just Lucius Malfoy being played by Jason Isaacs. At least get that super reserved intensity that it feels like he's just brimming with like just disdain and anger, but just right underneath the surface.
I know.
So this is him selling heirlooms, right?
Yeah, it's some stuff that he said they don't want finding in their household because it's stuff they're probably not supposed to have.
No, so this is basically people like this in this world. They've been kind of like...
I think he's supposed to be like a dark magic pawn shop.
Well, no, I mean like Lucius and the...
I thought you meant
they kind of represent like super alt-right kind of wizard idea where it's like, pure magic families. They're completely against... Like, they're basically... They're prejudicial against muggles, right? Like, they don't just dislike them. They think that... especially as we see later on. And again, going back to the Nazi, Third Reich, that whole kind of analogy that Rowling was clearly pulling from. I like how like the wizards, they all have kind of the platinum blonde hair, the blue eyes, which obviously they basically are Hitler's wet dream. Blonde hair, blue eyes, white, super white. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And I think maybe that's, if you look at the more pure wizards, they all kind of have more of those traits. Even Johnny Depp's character in the Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah.
When you see him... But yeah, like Johnny Depp... Basically looks like Johnny Depp with like Targaryen hair, essentially.
Yeah. This is the sketchy alley. We all wear black hair.
But that's basically what happens here, right? They just sell, like, shit you're not supposed to have, really.
I think so. It's kind of like the black market, so to speak.
Like, what were they planning on doing with him? And let me see Hagrid.
I know.
I was wondering, like, hey, what's Hagrid doing down here? But I kind of figured, because Hagrid's line of work, he has to find all kinds of manner of things. And because he's Hagrid, he's probably the one guy who
Yeah,
could
but remember
walk...
we find out why he's down here.
Oh, yeah, I know. But that's the thing. Hagrid's probably the one guy who can go there where they won't mess with him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Look at Hagrid.
Cabbages.
That's the thing. Hagrid's such a gentle giant, but he has, like, no fear. Like,
I know.
even her face, look at it. She's
I
starting...
know.
She's... It's funny. She still has that kind of the very kind of... Yeah, she's already... She already kind of has the more mature face, but they kind of gave her the same hair.
Yeah.
I think that's why, because I'm looking at her, I'm like, does she still kind of looks like the Hermione for the first movie?
Well,
But-
here's my thing. Isn't she not allowed to do magic outside, and she just did?
Yeah, but they're in...
I guess.
Diagon Alley.
But
I
still,
think
outside
that-
of Hogwarts is supposed to be. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. I think, though, this kind of counts because it's, like, safe territory. You kind of have to do magic. But there's magic going on everywhere. I think they mean just out and about, like, in the Muggle world, basically. You can't be, like, in Piccadilly Circus, doing spells.
Yeah. Oh, man. There he is. Gildery Lockhart.
Played by the amazingly talented Kenneth Branagh, who's both
Yes.
actor and director. If the name sounds familiar in recent history, he's the guy who actually directed the first Thor movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
great.
really dirty. Please don't make me go up here.
He reached and grabbed him, like, get over there! I love Kenneth Branagh. He's a fantastic director, but I'm glad that he still does acting every now and then. He's again, I love he plays him so well. It's funny when I read look at her face.
Right.
But yeah, I was just gonna say with Hermione or Emma Watson, her voice now already has the Hermione Granger voice that she has throughout the rest of the series.
Just what I always wanted.
Get out of here. Push it. I love this.
She's a mom on a mission.
And I love how Malfoy is just so, like...
Such a shit. Potter.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, do you? See, I wish I was Harry. I would have been
I
coming
know.
back with these stabs. I'd be like, bam, bam, bam.
Be like, not yet. Give it a few years. Can you not stroke me with your weird
Like, serpent cane.
cane?
But see, at least with him, yeah, he's just as much of a dick as his son. But again, you can see he's
Got a
like...
little more class.
Yeah, he cares
It's not
more.
as abrasive.
Yeah, you could tell that Draco is like generations deep, that now he's just such a brat. You know what I mean? But at least...
You tell him, Hermione.
Bitch, please.
He's got wet dreams about you. I'm sorry, guys. This is how it's gonna be.
Oh, yes, we hear Draco sobbing frequently in the bathroom while saying your name.
No.
Yep. And I love that he doesn't yell, he doesn't call names, but he just picks them apart. Like, look at him. Oh. He just completely puts them down. Like, I mean, he does with like he does with a silver tongue what Draco could not do with, like, you know what I mean? Look at him. Look at him. Oh,
I know.
just let me slap you in the face with my money. Like, that's what he's doing. Like, he's just...
You tell him!
And I like right here, because these guys would have been to school at the same time. So I like right here, you can see there's a history here. Like, before this little crew here, and through the course of the movies and the books. Yeah. And I love here, he's on the surface, it's implying that, oh, he's talking about money. Obviously, I'm rich, you're poor. But I like how, if you're familiar more with the backstory, you realize that, no, these guys are like, you know, again, super, like, wizards only, you know, basically, again, very political, like, prejudicial, racist, like, it's kind of like, you know, back in the day, you know, like, interracial families, like, you know, if someone, you were looked down upon, you know, unfortunately, you know, because again, especially if it was a white person, you know, marrying someone who wasn't white, they were like, you know, you're disgracing yourself, and it's that kind of attitude. And I like how Harry Potter, these books and these movies, yes, on the surface, it's a magical story about a boy who goes to a magical school.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Oh, that poor
Hedwig.
bird.
Oh God, I forgot how bad that was.
Oh, God, that looked painful. Obviously, not a real bird. I'm hoping not a real bird, but... Oh, that sucked. But yeah, no, I was going to say, but underneath, this whole franchise is laden with... It's basically dealing with the social issues that we as a society have been dealing with for, like, the end and the start of the 20th century and start of the 21st century. So again, when people say, this is just a stupid kid story, I'm like, no, it is... really not. Like, I mean, I like Lord of the Rings a lot, but the story is more kind of cut and dry, like good and evil, you know, just this is dealing with a lot of shades of gray, and I like that it's, you know, taught a generation basically about taught, I think, a generation to kind of recognize things in our own society that we need to confront as a society. And that's what science fiction fantasy does really, really good. I mean, again, I don't get mad. I'm not insulting Lord of the Rings. I can see some people not understanding what I meant by that. I love Lord of the Rings. But in terms of relatable villains, we've had villains just like Voldemort in our recent history.
Yeah.
And exist today. I mean, whereas someone like Sauron is more your classic fantasy villain, more fantastical. That's all I meant. I love Lord of the Rings. It's fine. Don't get mad. But speaking of fun-filled fantasy stuff on the surface, they're in a flying car.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is all Wales right here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's such a beautiful place.
What's the thing? Apparently, Hogwarts is supposed to be in Scotland, I believe.
Is it? I mean, I know that could be part of... I mean, Great Britain, obviously, would be England, Wales, Scotland. I love that the eyes go on.
Yeah, it says it's located in the Highlands of Scotland.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Takes students from the UK, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, and Ireland.
I think they shoot it in Wales, though.
Well, maybe. I'm just saying in terms of,
I'm just saying, like, the location. I'm not positive. I mean... For those of you who live in Great Britain, you know, let us know where it was filmed. But I'm pretty sure it's filmed... Well, I'm sure most of it's filmed on a set, obviously. But I think a lot of the outside location shots are Wales, I think. But I could be completely wrong, so I don't know. I'm a filthy American.
Look at Ron flying and helping out.
Excuse me. A filthy half American, half French person, so... So all you British guys can hate me for 2 reasons now. I'm French and American.
Womp womp. Look at Hedwig. He's like, what's going on?
I mean, that might be Scotland there. I don't know. It's beautiful. Again, a lot of people don't. But see, you and I, we're not like into like tropical beaches. That's not our idea. Our idea of like a... Oh, I love this.
There it is.
If this was a real place, let me put it this, I would go vacation there. But no,
Oh boy.
I love like the UK, Northern Europe, and more like I love that kind of look, that kind of. I even think like Eastern Europe is beautiful. So I don't know. I would rather go vacation in a place like that. So I love how this franchise shows off a lot of like the beauty of, I think, of like this part of the world, this part of Europe. So,
What's that?
oh.
Oh.
Ew. Somebody just let that poor bird out. It knows the way.
I know.
Hedwig knows the way. Can you please stop?
She's been cooped up long enough.
Yeah, it's just like, here, you fly there. Like, we'll get there eventually if we don't kill ourselves first.
I love that.
Damn.
Good old Whomping Willow.
I love Ron in these movies. This one and the next one, I think Ron is one of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah. Ron's reactions are always.
Oh, I know. I think the first film they were still trying to get their stride.
Yeah.
I feel in this movie, it kind of perfects their personalities, and I feel from here on out, the personalities of all these characters in the films are kind of solidified. I mean, yeah, they grow and change a little bit, but I feel they were kind of testing it out. Who are these characters in the first movie? And in this one, it really feels like they got it perfect. Not that I didn't like them in the first movie, but. Car's like, get out. Take your shit. I love that.
Where's Hedwig? No. Fuck Scabbers.
The car is like, I have
So
had
done.
enough of you.
You guys just left your animals and your luggage. Off into the forest.
I would be more worried about your mom from what I've seen.
I know. Well, then again, his dad was like, oh, how was it?
So a lot of this stuff here is oh look, Philip. So apparently a lot of the Hogwarts stuff you're seeing here at the castle is actually Alnwick Castle. It is in Northumberland, England. Yeah, that's where
I want to live there.
That's where it was shot for the first two films. Then it sounds like they switched over to more different locations for the other films.
And I love how, like, I don't love it, but I'm like, damn, he's already aged a little here. It's not that long, though.
I was gonna say.
They're like 12. I mean, if it was before Snape was born, maybe, but... I love this. McGonagall's like, yeah, what's up, Snape? She's like, I'm mad, but you guys are my problem.
So I mean, again, I'm trying to, as we do, I'm looking at some trivia, but it seems like most of the, oh yeah, some of this was shot in Scotland. In later films they use Scotland, so I get the sense that it seems like it was mostly the first two films that they kind of shot a lot in Scotland, and I think, quite honestly, because the budgets of these films probably got bigger, and because they could afford to spend more on it because they were so successful, that they probably did more. They built more sets, and usually sets are more expensive because you have to create everything. But the benefit to having a set is you have kind of complete control over it. You can design it for everything you need it. Whereas if you go to a location, you're kind of at the mercy of the location. Usually you'll pick a location because it fits a lot of your needs in the scripts, but a lot of times when they do location shooting, they adjust scenes a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, it's not identical to how they write in the script. Whereas, again, a set costs more money, you have to build it, but you can build it to exactly what you need.
That kitty cat. So well behaved. Even though I'm like, why are you holding its neck?
Well, something tells me Filch isn't exactly known for his tender, loving care. That is a beautiful cat.
I think that's this is part of the extended. I don't remember the scene. The letter?
Again, the last few times I've watched these movies, I've always watched the extended. I always watch extended cuts of movies.
I just haven't seen it in
rarely
a while.
a version of a movie where I'm one of those people. I love long movies. I'm just like that. I understand it's not for everyone, but I like long movies. Oh God, this scene coming up. Mm-hmm. I love the dragons, by the way. The Eastern dragons, by the way.
Well, see, and I love, too, that now we're finally getting to see more stuff we heard about in the first movie, but we didn't get to see.
Yeah, well, again, I think the first movie they had to cherry pick a lot. Because, again, they didn't know if it was going to be a hit, so I think they were trying to get all the, the golden moments.
And there's a lot to establish, so.
Yeah. Yeah, see, look at her face. They still give her the first kind of movie hair, kind of the more, even though it's not as untamed.
Yeah.
But you can see her face is a lot more mature now. And
Yeah.
come the next movie, she looks like, she belongs in an LL Bean catalog.
Yet.
I love this. This is so creepy when they pull him out.
I know.
I was not expecting this when I saw it. I was like, oh, this would be a cute little thing. Then
Nope. Gross.
And because it's a prop, it's a physical effect, and so that thing was there.
I know. Just shut it up.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Poor Neville.
Oh, Neville. At the very end of this whole franchise, Neville becomes like a boss. Damn.
They had to make a fuck ton of those too, obviously.
I know.
Dummy. You deserve that.
Oh, Draco.
Thought he was gonna punch it.
He looks like he wanted to.
You know.
Oh, God. He just does that.
So dignified.
I know. Now, do they explain like how ghosts really work in the books? 'Cause again, I haven't read all the books, so like,
yeah,
are they bound to where they die, kind of thing, or do they choose to haunt it?
kind of. Depending on how they die too. They kind of touch upon it in after Sirius dies.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure they touch upon it on here.
This kid. He looks familiar. I feel like I've seen him later on.
Maybe. Oh boy.
Oh boy, this is gonna end well.
Into the chips.
I love it.
I love how they had Atlantis back. Look how different his voice is.
I know. Well, all of them now.
Thanks, man. Here we go.
I know. Ooh. See, I love stuff like this, where you can have like a special letter that just is designed to chew someone out. Thanks, Mom. Now, here's my thing. Like, is it automatic? It's not automatic, right? Like, okay, if everyone in your family was Gryffindor and you go to the school, so it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to Gryffindor. It's more likely because you'd probably share the same traits that got them in. But in theory, she could have maybe gone to Slytherin, right? If she exhibits.
Theoretically, yeah.
I mean, it's. I take it. It's rare. Usually, families end up being in the same house.
I think so. Yeah.
It's just funny. You always hear about Gryffindor, Slytherin. Like Hufflepuff and like Ravenclaw. Like at least in the movies, they never get like any like mention.
God, he's such a pretentious ass.
But isn't that how Ravenclaws? I know Ravenclaw is very studious, right? They're very like. Yeah. But that's why isn't Hermione in Ravenclaw? Like, isn't that their thing where they're super like, oh, we're so smart and kind of.
I mean, there's more to it than just that, but.
I get the sense they're more. I think it's also because Hermione's very kind of like gun ho and very kind of like strong willed.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw, they're kind of removed, right? From what I understood. Even in the books, I didn't hear too much about them. They were just kind of like, yeah, we're just kind of like off.
No, I mean that's more Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff's. Well, the whole joke is Hufflepuff don't care, like.
Well, yeah, but Hufflepuff they're kind of just like laid back, right? Like, don't give no fucks, kind of. It sounds kind of a dumb thing, but if you guys are kind of familiar with like Raven from Teen Titans, I always kind of figure like Raven would be like Ravenclaw, not because of the name, but kind of like her personality.
Maybe.
Just kind of this like more like aloof, more like.
Yeah, but that's more Hufflepuff.
Yeah, but Hufflepuff they're just more like chill, right? That's the thing.
Well,
they don't like.
How is chill and aloof different? Well, like it's pretty similar.
Well, like Raven is more like aloof in the sense like I'm gonna put my hood on. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I don't care. I'm not interested. I guess, yeah. They're more antisocial. That's the word. Whereas
I love him.
Hermione, she's book smart, but she's very. Look at them.
Oh my god.
Look at him. Look at him.
She's like 12. Stop it, Gilderoy. Check out his outfit, though.
I know.
God damn.
I know, right?
He's the golden boy, literally. Not gonna lie, though. I'm feeling his cloak.
Yeah, I was looking at the same thing. I was like, that's a good look, man.
Fucking snazzy. These things. I always think of like the teeth, like bone eating pixies or whatever
from
Hellboy when I see these.
Again, Hellboy, another example of urban fantasy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Guillermo del Toro had directed a Harry Potter movie?
I know. I've thought about it.
I don't even want to think about it because it would have been so good.
Some strong ass pixies.
He likes Harry Potter too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
That sucks.
Neville's always getting hung up.
But see, wouldn't this be considered how sentient are they? Because they say, "Oh, we freshly caught them." Like, okay, but are they like little people or are they just animals that just are anthropomorphized? Something about pesto.
He's Miley Cyrus in it. I came in like a wrecking ball.
Ooh.
He's like, I look at the painting. It's like,
yeah, the painting. I'm out. I like the painting of him. Was painting a painting of him that was even more beautiful than he is.
I know.
Like, it's just vanity amplified, like, every time. It's like, oh, God. Okay, so full disclosure, guys. I'm going to say something, and it's going to come across as maybe a little bit of shameless self-promotion. I love looking at that one's face. But it's more of a kind of a salute to this book and movie. In my second book, I have a writer character who's falls in love with kind of the story of my main characters, and he's writing a book and he wants to write another book about them, and I was kind of thinking of him a little bit. He's not nearly he's a good guy and he's not selfish like that, but he's a little slightly eccentric kind of, and I kind of made me think of him a little bit, so I kind of influenced to kind of write a character like that because. Even within this world, I love that there is like a writer character because it's like things like that. Like what is entertainment in a world where the kind of stuff that goes on in the world would be entertainment to us. So I like it when you have this is a book series, And in this book series, there's this famous, writer who writes all these fantastical stories. So that kind of influenced me and inspired me to kind of do something like that in my own book. So I don't know. I love that kind of stuff because it also makes the world feel more real. Because like our world, they would have entertainment, they'd have books they like, they would have. But yeah, so I think it's funny. It's cool.
Also, I like that you can actually tell that Ron's robe is a hand-me-down now. Sounds nice.
And I love here we get our. Get used to that, folks.
Yeah.
But right here, okay, we got like one of our first kind of derogatory terms, mudblood. You know what I mean? And I love how they're also implying too that basically Malfoy is only on the team because his dad bought him in, basically.
Yeah.
And I like they're showing that too because basically Malfoy is jealous, because again, he can have essentially everything Harry has, but he can't have it. Oh, that's gross. But he can't have it legit. I mean, Harry is getting all this stuff because he's just that damn good, whereas Malfoy basically has to use Daddy's money to get it, and even though he has it, he pisses him off because it's not the way he wants it. He wants.
I remember seeing like an interview with him, and he was like, "Yeah, they were horrible."
Like, what is it? Because he's actually throwing them up, right?
Yeah, he's actually spitting stuff out. I just don't remember what he said they were made of. He just said they were terrible. Look at his face.
Oh, I bet they were. Like, Jesus. If I were to throw up anything, it'd be... Oh, no, he didn't. Yeah. And that's the thing, too. It's funny because both Harry and Hermione come from our world, but the difference is Harry comes from magical families.
Oh, it's flip-flopped, so to speak.
Yeah, where Hermione knows more about this world, ironically.
Sorry. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Was Hermione's family aware of the Wizarding World before this? Or was that interaction? That's the thing. Are there muggles out there who are not in the Wizarding World, but they are more... I mean, I know politicians, but like, are there regular muggles who, unless they've been visited by it, they would know about it? Because did Hermione's parents know about it before she got the letter? Or was there introduction to this world?
I'm sure there was some sort of introduction because...
I'm sure
I mean, with as smart as she is, she's obviously been studying stuff before she even got into Hogwarts.
That's what I'm saying, so... no, they said her dad's a... God damn. Her dad's like, what, a dentist?
A dentist or a doctor? I know one's a dentist, one's a doctor.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm wondering if it's maybe implying that people in, like, maybe more kind of white-collar parts of society are perhaps familiar with it or can know about it. You know what I mean? I love this right here. Here's my thing too. Do they do like... Obviously you see like Lucius Malfoy come to the school and that, but would Hermione's parents be allowed to come to the school? Because technically they're not. They're muggles. But they're the parents of a student. So.
I mean, probably if they had some sort of function or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do they have like parent days at school? Like, but would they be allowed? Because technically they're not part of the...
But because she is, I think it's like an extension.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see Dumbledore barring them,
That's what I'm saying. But the spell only works on muggles, right?
I'm sure they have a way to turn it off or whatever.
So I mean, again, this is stuff that... This is kind of stuff that always, like, fascinates me when you're dealing with these worlds. Because I'm always, like... I mean, all the stuff like this is exciting and fun, but I'm always curious about kind of the nuts and bolts of how the world works, all the details, and because again, it's like, all right, well, I get it, magical people, witches and wizards can come and go, but like, okay, again, like her, she's got magical abilities, okay, but her parents don't, so she can go to Hogwarts, but it's like, would her parents be able to go, or and was there a time before where like, okay, you had to be like this many generations deep, magical family before you were allowed to go, I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's always, and a part of me wonders that too. Is that why she studies so hard? Because she feels like maybe there is like a stigma. Oh, I like how this is kind of a
Gross.
But you know what I mean? Like maybe she's fighting against a stigma that people would get because she's considered a mudblood. That they feel she wouldn't be as good as someone born to like a magical family. That's why she tries. She works so hard.
Yeah.
I think she also shows too that. Oh, here we go. I forget the cat lives, right?
They're petrified. Yeah.
Whose blood is that though?
I don't remember. I know it's not the cat's.
Like, why would you just assume it's him?
I know.
There's like
How
dozens
the cat
of.
hung up by its tail, by the way?
They're saying there's dozens of people there. Why would you just assume it was him?
To be fair, he's standing the closest, but
Here's my thing again. Why does Filch hate Harry again?
I think he just hates everyone.
Yeah, but he seems to really hate Harry.
He's the main character, so.
Naturally. And obviously, yes, this is our last time seeing. Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I thought it was, but this is our last time seeing Richard Harris play Dumbledore.
Shut up, Gildery. I love how even Dumbledore is
I
like,
know.
Bitch, please.
That's the thing. Even though his portrayal of Dumbledore was a lot more soft-spoken and subtle,
He was more the fatherly one.
yeah, but he had some great looks.
Yeah.
It was almost funnier that way because he was just so calm and quiet all the time that when he did give you a
I love
look,
this too, because they're like, what the fuck? Why is Snape? I love Snape's look. It's such a sleek look.
I know.
So much fun.
Yeah, obviously Michael Gambon's portrayal of Dumbledore is much more animated. But again, one of the things I loved about this Richard's portrayal of Dumbledore, again, because he's always so subtle and so soft spoken, but it's almost like nothing rattles him, nothing gets him. But when he does give you that look, it's like it's so stupid that even Dumbledore is giving you the bitch please look. That's what I loved about it. Yeah, I love how he communicates a lot with looks. I noticed that.
Yeah.
He gives these subtle.
Well, it's funny because he has
looks.
kind of more of the commanding presence of Dumbledore, whereas I feel like the guy that plays
Michael.
Is a little more playful, so to speak, but not as like.
He kind of almost feels like
You kind of forget that. Oh fuck, this is Albus Dumbledore. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he kind of reminds me of what I would have thought maybe this Dumbledore being like 100 years ago when he's a little younger.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more like this Dumbledore is a little bit more sit back and observe. The other one's more like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Shut up, you. You're up painting.
The other one's a lot more playful.
Yeah.
This one though, but again, the looks again. This
I
one
love
looks.
her room.
This one is like he's so wise that like. There's so much shit that he gives that you just don't. That sometimes when you get something that he feels is simple that you should give it. Again, he gives you a look. Just kind of like, seriously, you don't get this. Again, I love that we're seeing a lot more classroom stuff here too.
I know.
I love. So here's my thing. Okay, if you were a witch in the Wizarding World, obviously when you get to a certain point in school, you can start like kind of like your major, if you will, like you're kind of getting specific as to like what kind of. Oh, that is creepy as hell.
Yeah.
A poor rat. First of all,
Yeah.
Jesus. But what does that feel like? But what kind of sort witch would you want to be like in terms of your specialty?
No, I mean, these guys are professors. That's why they have a specialty. But I don't know if I'd really have a
But
specialty.
I mean, is that why, or do you like? But some wizards like, is it kind of the thing where it's like, okay, you kind of go to college or university, I guess.
I imagine. I mean, think about it. Like
And
Snape, he wants to be dark arts.
Yeah,
but he's
is that
never
kind of like
able
the
to.
difference of like undergrad and grad? Like, if you want to have a really specific trade, you go to grad school to get
Probably.
super specific, versus just being general magic. So I would want to be an animagus. But it seems like animagus, they can pick one animal and turn into it, right? That's like it.
I think so. Yeah.
They kind of pick your favorite animal. Because I was looking at that, I'm like, man. Well, technically, now is she an animagus or does she just do like a transfiguring? Because in the first film we see her, she turns into a cat.
Yeah.
But does she turn into a cat the same way she could turn into anything, or is it like technically that would make her an animagus, right?
I don't think so. I think there's a difference. I just don't remember. What
Or is it like her? It's less like more like the illusion of it. I don't know. Like, what's the difference between that and being an animagus? Because obviously Sirius Black is an animagus, and he turns into the big dog. But that's all he turns into. It's like unless it's one of those things where he is completely the animal, whereas her, it's kind of like a temporary little short spell kind of thing.
Oh, this says the difference between transfiguration and animagus transformation ability is that animagus can change into an animal whenever they want without a wand or incantation, whereas transfiguring requires a spell.
So yeah, it's a
Makes
spell.
sense.
So basically, it's more like a trick you're putting on yourself. Whereas
Yeah.
the animagus, it's kind of a part of their biology now.
I guess, yeah.
Which is also probably why maybe you can only turn into one thing. You know, it's like
Yeah.
your body couldn't handle. So here's my thing: I want to be an animagus, and I want to turn into a dragon. That'll be my
I don't
special.
think it counts with, like,
It's magic.
quote unquote mythical creatures.
Why not? It's just biology. Here, listen. I
Just
don't
be a
care.
dinosaur. That's a real creature, so.
Yeah, but they're extinct. They wouldn't be able to like replicate them. For the same reason why we can't clone a dinosaur, there's no living specimen to pull from.
I don't know if they need that if it's magic.
Okay, then why can't I be a dragon? Why can't I be a fire-breathing T-Rex? I want to be a fire-breathing Tyrannosaurus Rex. And go. But yeah, I know we kind of talked over it, but I like how it kind of explained a little bit of the history or two of like Hogwarts, how it got founded, you know, and also why Slytherin kind of attracts perhaps more like purist types a little bit, and why it also kind of has this bad reputation a little bit. Because in theory, you could be a perfectly good person and be in House Slytherin. It doesn't mean because you have those traits you're a bad person.
No.
Those traits are
It's
beneficial
usually
and good.
just your, cunning, kind of plotting,
Exactly, which are very good traits.
motivated. Yeah, it's just most people happen to be that way. They can overextend it and be evil, but
Well, I think it's kind of, they explain too, it tends to be, it's not their personality trait, it's their politics. Unfortunately, in the Wizarding world,
Yeah.
those traits tend to go hand in hand with kind of like these negative politics. But in theory, it's like being plotting, cunning, smart, that's all great traits to have. But if you're kind of in this basically like, horrible racist mentality, that can be very dangerous. You know what I mean? Weird, that giant spider on her head.
I know.
And it's kind of funny that they're thinking that maybe it's Malfoy. And I get what they're doing in the situation, but here's my thing. Just seeing this, I wouldn't think Malfoy, because that's the thing. Hey, Quidditch. We got some more clouds in the sky now. We're
I
getting a
know.
little bit better. It's improving. But I would never think Malfoy would be, because that's the thing. Malfoy...
He's too much of a shit.
Well, that's the thing. Malfoy
And he's
doesn't...
not that smart.
Well, again, he doesn't, to me, really embody the traits that make Slytherin famous. Like, I think he's just a little... Again, yeah, he's greedy and ambitious, but it's not really ambitious. Like, he's just like, yeah, he just wants to move up politically and, be someone of importance, obviously. Kind of like his dad. But Malfoy is about as cunning and subtle and, and sneaky as a broadsword. Like,
Yeah.
he is who he is because of his family name, not because he is really that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I would even say, yeah, Harry Potter, embodies more of what I think a Slytherin is, which, later on you learn that technically he probably should have been in Slytherin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I also think a lot of these characteristics, unfortunately, so they're kind of encouraged, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like, well, if you're in Slytherin...
Why is Lucius here? I'm fancy, I donate to Hogwarts.
Well, yeah, I think that's why. Talking to me who, made the team because I was so good and your dad bought your way in? Really? Really?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Ooh.
Stop playing Quidditch, Harry. You always get into trouble.
This is done a lot better than from the first movie.
Oh,
I noticed right away they're using more of the actual actors and relying less on digital models.
Yeah, well, and when they did use the actual models in the first one, you could kind of tell they blue screened it. You could see that little bit of color around them.
Yeah, whereas here that's a lot of in front of a green screen. I mean, stuff like that. That's a digital model, but I noticed they use them. They use it a lot more sparingly. But again, I feel they were...
Jesus, Ron.
Again, as special effects were getting better too, but obviously because now that the first film was so successful, Warner Brothers is willing to spend some money on this.
Yeah. I like how no one's doing anything right now, though.
Well, what can you do, though, really?
Well, somebody could do something. One of the teachers, probably.
I love he's always just got these one-liners. Doing this now, Potter! Doing that now, Potter! It's like, dude.
I like how Malfoy's way is to just wait till Harry sees it and then go after it.
Well, but I think that's kind of speaks to basically how Malfoy is with Harry.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason why he wanted to be a Quidditch player was because Harry was. I mean, his dad wasn't one, right?
I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't think Malfoy... I think Malfoy does what he does because Harry does it.
He's so
and if Harry can do it, then I can do it, and I have to do it better. He's basically like his Vegeta to his Goku a little bit. Oh, you can reach Super Saiyan? I'll be a Super Saiyan also. Oh, you're Super Saiyan 2 now? Oh, I'll be a Super Saiyan 2. It's like... what I mean? That's how it is. Again, I don't think... And he's not just on the team, he's a seeker.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not just, I need to be on Quidditch now. I need to be the seeker. He needs to outdo Harry. So for someone who looks down on Harry as much as he does, he is... I love to look on his face. He's basically stuck in Harry's shadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the reason I think his dad gets annoyed with him too. I think basically if Lucius would have had his way, he's like, listen... If you're so much better than Harry, just ignore him. Why do you even care what Harry does? You're so much better than Harry. Let Harry be on. Who cares? You're a Malfoy. You're going to have the whole world laid out at your feet. Yeah. Let Harry be the youngest this. Let Harry be the youngest that. Because here's the thing.
That would suck. Right in your jewels.
You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter how big of a superstar Harry is.
I can't believe you made a fool of yourself.
I know. That's the thing. When Malfoy... Ow! Yeah. Yeah, no, when Malfoy graduates, he's going to have any job he wants. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why I'm like, why do you care, dude? Who cares? Let Harry enjoy this. What does it matter to you? Oh, that hurt.
Yeah. My broom.
He's got the greatest smile.
I know.
Harry looks like a happy puppy when he smiles. Oh!
Yikes.
Is that the explosion spell?
Guess so. I love this. It's terrible.
Oh, God. This part, yeah.
Oh, God. It's so bad, but so funny.
That's the thing. I love how all the teachers know he's full of shit. Why did he get the job at Hogwarts?
the sound. Oh my god, the sound.
That's my thing,
Fucking
though. It's
Malfoy.
kind of like, how, like, are these spells that could... So these kinds of spells, like, be able to mend the broken bone, this and that, these are, like, considered more advanced spells, right? So this would not be something the average person could just do. If he can't even do it.
What? Sorry.
Just, like,
I love
ignoring.
this part. It's terrible.
No, again, obviously stuff like growing bones, like, these are more advanced level spells, right? This is the average
yeah.
witch or wizard
I mean,
would be able to know how to
technically,
do that. Because
It's the potion, so it's not even a spell, so to speak. It's just you have to have the knowledge to make the potion.
But no, would he try to, like, mend the bone?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like,
I thought you were talking about
yeah,
this.
no, that would be, like...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're all supposed to have a certain amount of, like
rudimentary knowledge, kind of
medical
like...
spells? No!
Punch him so hard. I would literally drive my forehead into his long, pointy nose and just...
I know,
like,
right?
Dobby, you son of a bitch. Even though Dobby has the best intentions at heart,
He's just
he's
kinda
so
terrible.
he's so pathetic that you kind of just feel pity for him. And it's funny, in the book, I love how Hermione was going on this whole, like, crusade, because obviously we only see Dobby here. He's the only house elf we see, but what you don't see is that, like, Hogwarts has all these different house elves, like the whole it was like the kitchens,
the kitchen
like,
staff.
yeah, and, like, they were insisting to her that no, they love doing this, that house elves,
And she kept tricking him into being free.
yeah, and they hate it. And the question was, is she being ignorant because she comes from the Muggle world and doesn't understand that this is just their way, and that, you know, it's kind of like how we go to other cultures and try to impose our sense of right and wrong on them because it's like, well, they have a different one. Or is it that they're just so conditioned that they don't know any better? And she's right. So I love that. And it doesn't really answer it. They didn't really answer it in the book. You know what I mean? I love that there's this back and forth. Like, which one is it? Do they legitimately derive pleasure from serving unconditionally? Or are they just so beaten down generation after generation that they just don't know any better? And I was kind of wondering, well, then why would Dumbledore let house elves be there if it's discriminatory? But then again...
Well, see, that's the thing, too. It's like you said, it's their enslavement. But I'm pretty sure... Also, the thing, a lot of them were happy to be enslaved. Like,
well, that's the thing.
It's
Do
not
they
really enslaved.
enslave? Well, again, he works...
It's more like a contract for the ones in the kitchens.
Well, obviously, Dobby is a slave to the Malfoys, and I think...
Yeah. But he's also treated terribly.
Well, and I think for Dumbledore, that's probably the way he looked at it. It's like, okay, well, they're going to be enslaved. They're not going to choose freedom. So if they're not working if they're not working for me, they're going to be working for someone else, and I'm not going to treat them like the Malfoys. But if I don't employ them, they might get, you know, employed, put in the service of someone like them. So I think maybe that's how Dumbledore justifies, like, well, basically, I'll just say employ for, semantics sake. I'll employ as many of them as I can, because as long all the ones that work for me will always be treated well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he's got 50 house elves working for him, that's 50 house elves that for sure will always be treated well. Yeah. You know what I mean? As opposed to, like, they could be working for, like, a shitty family.
Yeah, I was always hoping in the fourth movie they'd get into Spew, but they never did.
Yeah. See, right here's my question: Does Dumbledore know Harry's awake?
I don't know. Probably.
Like how? Because later on he sees Harry when Harry should not be able to be seen, but he knows. Well, he doesn't see him, but he knows Harry's there. Again, I've always wondered how powerful is, like, Dumbledore's, like, ability to kind of just sense. So I love stuff like this mystery element to it. I love that. That's what I love about the Harry Potter movies.
And I love how they literally go straight to the opening, but you don't know it's the opening yet.
Yeah, they kind of, like, well, again, and I love stories where the thing you're looking for is right in front of you the whole time. Yeah. I love those kinds of things.
Here she is.
There she is. And it's so funny because this actress is so much older.
Yeah.
I mean, she's younger here, obviously, but the ghost...
She's still way older than these guys here.
Oh, I know. She's like in her 30s here, but...
That cry.
She's been in Doctor Who. She's been in Happy Valley. Like, she's been in a lot of movies and shows.
Oh man, The Duel.
The Duel. Time for the duel.
God, look at his little jacket.
I know. There, well, hit me.
God, he always dresses so snazzy though.
I know. Shirley Henderson is who plays Moaning Myrtle. God, he is just a swanky bastard. Though. Look at him. Like
he looks like a fucking like Disney prince here with that outfit.
I know he's a jerk, but again, I Kenneth Branagh, he plays him so well.
Why is your mouth like that?
Don't be. Oh, see, we got a Hufflepuff.
I love this. I just love this too because Snape's like, I just want to embarrass you because I want your job.
I know. Well, I think Snape knows he's a phony too.
Yeah, everyone does. Again, I don't really know why they Jesus.
Wah, wah.
I love that table.
I know.
Oh, Ron.
Pretty obvious. Wait for it. That makes right there. That little. Again, I
love how he just points. He's like, "Get the fuck off here."
That was just funny. That little like. I love Snape. When Snape gets a little sassy like that.
I know.
When Snape feels like he's in control, I love that because then he gets a little. You can tell he's having fun.
I know. You wish.
I remember that in all the trailers. I love this idea of like a duel, though. Ooh. Now here's my question. What was Snape's kind of incentive pitting these two together like this?
I don't know.
I was wondering, was it Snape? Oh, I think...
It might be on the behalf of...
Yeah, but I forget, though, like, damn.
Ow, right in the butt.
I also forget, too, though, like, Severus hated, like, Harry's dad.
Yeah.
So maybe just to kind of see,
somebody else that hates him.
No, I mean, so basically to see kind of his son kind of get a little of this come up. You know what I mean? Not hurt him, but kind of, like, have him get, like, outmatched a
Oh,
little
well,
bit.
yeah. Poor Snake.
I love this bit right here. So when he's speaking parcel tongue here, basically when we see him talking to the snake in the first movie, this would have been what we would have heard. Like we We hear
I
Harry.
like how he's like, the fuck?
I'm like, oh shit. I'm gonna have to deal with this, aren't I? But you know what I mean? Because we saw it from Harry's perspective in the first movie, so it looked charming and sweet. Oh, he's talking to the snake. But if we had been standing next to Harry when he was talking to the snake, we would have heard this language, right?
Yeah. But my question is, like, Harry, I'm like, what are you just gonna yell at it? Like, it's almost like, I mean, I guess for the sake of the...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a free kid.
Again, I like how something we saw in the first movie that we didn't think twice about is actually something like, whoa. Yeah, again, so now we're realizing, oh, we've seen this before, but we didn't know what to think of it. Because, like, Harry, he was ignorant to it, you know what I mean?
I'm not blonde.
Again, it's just one of those things where it's like... But again, I also think it brings into question, too. It's like, you know... Okay, talking to snakes, is it bad because of Salazar Slytherin, or because in and of itself is bad, but now it's become bad by association? But basically, anything he was good at is now considered a negative trait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, so what? You talk to snakes. How is that different than being able to talk to, like, bears? Oh, he speaks bear language, so he can talk to a bear. Oh, he speaks snake language, so you can have a conversation with a snake. You know what I mean? It's like, the animal itself isn't inherently evil. It's just now all the association because there was a guy once upon a time that liked snakes, could talk to snakes, and he was kind of a douchebag. So now anyone who could talk...
The fuck you guys looking at?
You know what I mean? Like, so now anyone who can talk to snakes is a douchebag. It's like, well, that's like saying, well, once upon a time, you know, well, Hitler apparently was an animal lover. We have 2 cats. Are we like Hitler because we like cats? You know what I mean? It's like...
It's dumb.
That's what I'm wondering. That is it because so... It's interesting when you really see that even in this world, you know, there's prejudices that we look at, you know, like, that don't make sense, that are silly, that are, you know, guilty by association. Again, Hitler's mustache. Nobody has that mustache anymore because before Hitler had it, Charlie Chaplin had it. If you see someone with that little stash, no one's going to think, boy, you sure like movies from the silent era, you know what I mean? It's like now it's considered bad because of who someone bad had it. So again, I'm curious to know, like...
well, that too. I forgot, obviously, that was associated with Voldemort.
Well,
the main reason.
Well, yeah, but again, Voldemort was bad because of what he did, not just because he existed. You know, I mean, it's...
Well, again, guilty by association.
That's what I'm saying. So is Parselmouth inherently bad? Does it make you evil?
It's inherently viewed as that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can speak to snakes, does it warp your personality? Or is it just like people just assume, well... This guy was an asshole and could do it. The guy who came before him was an asshole and he could do it. So you can do it too, you must be an asshole. You know what I mean? It's that kind of like prejudice. Which I like because it makes, again, like I said, it makes the world feel more real. Because we all know about things like that in our society where you, again, it's guilty by association. Even if the thing itself is inherently isn't bad. But again, people associate it with something bad. So... Again, it's one of the things, again, I like about Harry Potter.
Don't say that, Hagrid. Puppy.
Dutch angle, you know something's gonna happen.
Mm.
So that's parcel tongue he's hearing now, then, right?
Well, it's a snake.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So technically, it's not parcel.
Well, that's what they call the snake language, right? I guess.
Yeah.
But I love this idea of something moving around the school. It's very creature feature like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Run away, Harry. You're always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I know.
And look who it is.
Jeez, but this feels like a ghost himself. Like, he's just always slinking around.
Well, not only that, but I'm like, why the fuck is fucking Harry sitting there touching this kid's hands? Like, I would have seen that, and I would have just backed up and walked away.
Yeah, well, I know it sounds terrible, but it's almost like, you know what?
I can't be the one who found him.
Yeah. Maybe you find a teacher and say, oh, I want to talk to you. Can we go to the library or whatever? And just happen to take that hallway that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, how could Harry do that? That's the thing. It's like, you did it.
I know.
But again, like,
Oh,
how...
man, we finally get to see Dumbledore's awesome
Yep.
office.
Again, it's like, how would Harry be able to do this?
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
What do? Do I hug it? How do I... What is this?
get in there?
Do I sit in front of him?
Again, I think Dumbledore would know, though, because, again, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, this isn't just something you pick up, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of feel that'd be like, oh, picking up a sniper rifle and being able to hit someone right between the eyes, like 400 yards away. Like, yeah, you can hold the gun, you can point and aim, but you have to really be trained and skilled to how to use it that well. So it's just like, I feel like being able to petrify someone that's a spell, it's probably not like a beginner's spell. You know what I mean? It'd probably be something that you would take, you know, a lot of training and skill to be able to do. So right away I'd be like, yeah, Harry's not doing it for sure, at least.
Oh, yeah, I forget. We finally meet Fox, too.
Yep. I like how they made in this world the phoenix like an actual biological bird.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck you just say to me?
Bitch, please.
So what is the soaring hat? Was it once a person who got turned into a hat? Is it an
I don't
enchanted
remember.
object? Is
I know
it
I
sentient?
looked it up before. Well, obviously it's sentient
Well,
to an
yeah.
extent.
I love this right here.
I know, even
Like-
though he's looking a little rough there.
Again, I love the fact that it's they used a bird with like fire abilities as opposed to just making it a fire bird made of fire.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. It's like, listen, I'm not petrifying people. I'm not setting things on fire. I swear to God, this shit just keeps happening around me.
Yeah, but Dumbledore knows.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's...
So tiny.
Again, I like how it's like a twist on like the Phoenix kind of mythology, but I like how they gave it a biological angle. I don't know. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
See, I like this how this version of Dumbledore handles that. He's just like,
Mm-hmm.
chill, just calm the fuck down. Again, like, how could he do that?
Well, yeah.
And again, and I love how, like, a lot of people don't even ask the question. But again, I think because of Harry's, kind of the legend surrounding Harry, you know, because of his connection to Voldemort and all that, that people just start attributing impossible things to him. Like, well, of course Harry could do that. You know, he was touched by the Dark
And
Lord.
I love how
you know,
Dumbledore, like, he knows.
well, because that's the thing. I think Dumbledore, one of his greatest powers is that he's educated. He's super educated. He's learned. That's probably why he's
old.
well. That's probably why he's so good at magic. I don't think Dumbledore is particularly gifted. I think he's old, and he's just practiced. He's been doing it a while. And the more educated you are, the less ignorant you are about things. So it's one of those things where it's almost like Voldemort has kind of become like the boogeyman to so many people. But you learn later on that the only person in the world that Voldemort is afraid of is Dumbledore. Because here's the thing. Dumbledore is way more powerful than Voldemort. That's the thing. If Dumbledore ever became like Voldemort, that'd be the end. You know, that's the thing. You know, Voldemort's greatest power is his compassion, or Dumbledore, not Voldemort. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. What makes Voldemort ultimately so dangerous? It's not his level of power. It's what he's willing to do and how far he's willing to go. You know what I mean? Because I don't even think Voldemort is particularly super powerful. I mean, he's powerful, but I don't get the sense that, oh my god, that in terms of magical power, he's unrivaled. It's like, no, I mean...
But I love how he just said that, and that's exactly what's happening, just it's not him.
Yeah. The Enchanted Room. I love that.
I know.
I'm just waiting for the day where we'll be able to do that with technology.
I know, right? Get some, like, holograms.
I'm sure, honestly, they probably could do it even now if they really wanted to. God, they got that whole cake to themselves.
I want it.
So why is it because the fact it's kind of empty there? Are they implying that it's like winter break or something? And so like a lot of the students are gone.
Yeah.
I would never want to leave Hogwarts.
I know. Who would?
I would never want to leave Hogwarts. Look how she says it with such disdain. Slithering. God, I want cake now.
I know, me too.
I'm just staring at that cake and I'm like, God, that was a good cake.
I'll take those sleep-inducing cupcakes.
Yeah, right. Can I get some cake? You want some cake? I'll take some cake. How about some cake? Look at that. Look at the wide height of that thing.
Get your damn wand fixed. How did he make it? Think about it. He makes it through, like, almost the entire year with a broken wand somehow.
I don't know. It just...
Obviously for the ending, because they have to have it that way, but... And I love how these guys are so dumb
that they just like, hey, floating cupcakes. Yeah, I'll eat that. And why do you have to eat it like, you know, that?
And immediately.
I never got really excited about that for a second.
Yeah.
Like, did they forget cupcakes are sweet? Now, here's the thing, because this has happened to me a few times. Not magical floating cupcakes.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, my life's not that awesome, folks. Sorry. When you just kind of pass out on your feet and you fall back and hit your head, let me tell you something. It's like, oh, they fell down. They could crack their head open
on that fucking, like,
stone
slate,
floor. Yeah. Got it. She's so disgusted when she... Ugh.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, what is that?
Horrible.
So, like, cream spinach and peas or
Muh.
something. Yeah.
Oh God.
The chunkiness is where the magic lies.
So good.
Except not.
Oh God, that makes it worse. So
I
it's
know.
gonna be hairy.
So you're basically eating chunky cream peas and spinach with pear.
Probably some potato chunks in there too.
Oh God, and you have to like down it like a shot. Oh God.
That's the thing. She put a whole glass in, but realistically, you don't need one sip. My glass. Stop dropping them. At least set them on the counter.
I know. Come on, put him down, folks. We've
Harry
all
tried. You saw he was like, I could, but why not?
We've all had nasty drinks. We've all been there. We've all been
Yeah.
drinking in Tijuana. Come on.
I certainly haven't.
Oh well, then. Guess you would drop your glass.
Time for a metamorphosis. It's actually a really good effect, though. He's like, oh no, puberty came early.
It's like that scene in Species when all the tentacles bust out of her face.
I know. It's actually done pretty well, though.
No, yeah, it's a simple effect. I love we get to see these two actors get to act like them.
I know. But I was gonna say their voices.
And obviously, the Rupert Grint and what's his face had to ADR them.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't they use their real voices unless they imply that all the internal stuff stays the same, but like just your outer?
I think so. It's more like an illusion type. But
Well, I
at
guess
the
it makes
same
it-
time, I'm sure it's also so that they
Can't talk, so it makes it harder for them. I would just love to see these two, like even with their voices, acting like.
Well, it's one of those things where it might be so that they Why is he over here? But I was gonna say so the audience can tell who's who.
I guess.
And it also makes it harder for them to do stuff. But I just thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. Obviously you find out in the next movie, you know.
Yeah.
Ally. So, but like, how does that work? Because he sounds like...
Yeah, I think it was done more for comedic effect here.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's like artistic license.
But even in the books, I think it said like their voices sounded that way, so...
I think so too. I haven't read the book in a while.
Yeah.
I need to dust these off and.
We got home. Yeah, it does make sense why he would be down in the Slytherin area. Well, not Malfoy, but
Yeah.
Percy.
Even though I like how the Slytherin area is like big.
Awesome.
It looks like a freaking Bond villain's lair. So their cover is down, right? They're like more in the
Yeah.
basement of the school.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's by design, like Slytherin, like a snake going slithering in a hole, whereas like Gryffindor flying, you know. I love how they shot that too. To put them in a position of power, they switch the camera angle
Yeah.
to make it, and all the shots of them are facing down because these two are bigger than him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of times in films and television, when they want to give someone an air of power, they always angle the camera up.
Yeah.
Or when they want a big name actor who's tiny as hell to look big and imposing on screen, they always notice all the shots of them in the frame are shot up. And then you see them in real life, like, oh my god, I can put you in my pocket. They're just stealing
I
shit.
know.
And look at the look in his eye,
I
too.
know.
Damn. Yeah. such a little shit.
I know.
Uh-oh. I like how I started the form. I love that that's like the first thing. Oh. That's cool how they
That
did
terrible wig. Or like dye job they did.
Yeah, that's funny. No, has it been an hour? Or are they implying maybe because they didn't drink at all?
No, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to have been an hour, but Jesus.
That's funny how they did that. No, this scene coming up here, this is a practical, this is makeup, right? They did?
I don't think so.
Or was it CGI? So weird seeing Harry without his glasses.
You know. I'm pooping, don't come in.
Yeah, I think this is practical. Yeah, this is.
For the most part, I think there's some CG.
I don't know. I think this is all. I don't think the
the
CGI
eyes
is.
for
I
sure.
don't know. I don't think the CGI is that good yet. When you see something that looks really, really good, I think that's kind of creepy though. Looking.
Somebody paid themselves.
That's a great shot. I love that.
Mm-hmm. She sounds like a whale.
Well, I guess that's why they call her Moaning Myrtle.
I know.
Aw. I love her voice. Again, so I'm pretty sure they shot her separately for these kind of things. Her voice.
I know.
I'm kind of sorry. Does she do any voice acting at all? Because, God, her voice is so good.
I know, I don't know.
Yeah, she bounced back quick.
Right?
Well, that's it. They brought her to the infirmary, right? But I'm like, that's my thing. It's like, well, why expose yourself? Like, wouldn't it have just wore off eventually?
Well, because it wasn't supposed to be used with animals. It had a bad effect, obviously, so I'm sure it was
Well, that's what I'm saying.
not
Was
going to act like it should have, basically.
Okay, because I was wondering, like, was it just the physical effect? Like,
Also, they needed Hermione out of the picture. No.
Oh yeah, so that 50 years, that'd be what, like, obviously not their parents' generation, but like grandparents'
Before.
generation. Yeah, so he would be
Yeah.
like before. Yeah.
Well, ironically, Hagrid.
What's I'm saying? Wait, how old is Hagrid?
I don't know, actually.
Because he also doesn't look as old as he actually is in the story. I think as the actor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's gotta be. I mean, he's half giant, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, how?
She's pretty.
I know. I was thinking that.
Can you
Wow.
fuck off?
Well, I'm sorry. Why don't I just fuck off and die? Oh wait. Like, Harry, that's like the prettiest girl you're gonna get to hang out for a while besides Hermione. So just shut up and enjoy her company. Damn it.
It says Hagrid was born in 1928.
Okay, so he's old.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't attend Hogwarts till the 1940s.
Yeah, 50 years ago. That would be around the time. Well, again, I think
I'm
it's...
like, he was like 28.
Unless the Giants, they age differently. Maybe they age slower, so by the time they're like
Oh,
teenage...
no, I guess that works.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, because obviously he's only half...
He was 12 when he got in, I guess. He had to wait a year.
Yeah, so he would be... It's kind of strange. Yeah, he's Voldemort's generation.
Yeah.
Because I know Voldemort started being Voldemort during their parents' generation, but in terms of his time at Hogwarts, it would have been when, the generation before that.
Well, when he was younger. Yeah. I love how he does this. I'm like, you're not weirded out by this, like, magic book? I mean, I guess because he doesn't know any better.
I mean, because he's kind of new to all this, it might be one of those things where, like, someone who's familiar with the magical world would know what's weird and what's normal for it.
Yeah.
But because he just basically found out about magic, a year ago? So it's just like, I don't know. I kind of figured all this shit is possible, right? Kind of runs like a chatbot kind of thing.
I know. The original AOL Messenger. Oh, magic book time! It's like, but I'm in my PJs. No. I'm a statue man.
And this is Tom Riddle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a really weird thing to see, especially if you know who he is already, and think that that's the guy. That's what I'm saying. See, look at the age there, and Dumbledore was already Dumbledore at this point. You know what I mean? So it's almost like you realize that he is Dumbledore is. It's just so funny. He looks more like what's his face when he plays him starting in the next movie.
Michael.
Yeah.
It's like, I know how to make him look younger. Make his hair not as floofy and don't give him glasses. Oh yeah, I forgot I wasn't headmaster here either.
Oh, he wasn't?
Mm-mm.
So he's been at the school for a while, but he wasn't. But that's the thing, 50 years, that's kind of not too long. There's the look. That's not really that long for him.
Yeah.
But he was already the most powerful wizard probably by this point.
Yeah, up there.
But he just wasn't in charge.
Oh yeah, look how short his beard is too. I just realized that's what looks so different about
him. Yeah,
him.
no, he's got a shorter beard. And it's got color in it. You can see it's like that grayish color.
Yeah. Time to go peeping.
And I love here
Oh,
we're
no,
seeing
I thought I was going into the chamber.
Hagrid. I'm pretty sure this is the actor who plays it too. They're just kind of keeping his face hidden. Ooh, Your little glimpse.
Nasty.
So that's the thing, then. Hagrid, I guess not friends, but Hagrid, like, knew him.
Yeah.
Which is gotta be even weirder for him, because it's like, it wasn't that, oh, he was just at school with them. He was kind of sort of buds with him a little bit, you know what I mean?
I don't know, but
Well, friend, but they knew each other, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But obviously there, his face isn't all like, snake face. So it's one of the things you were saying, that the more he split his soul, the more his features change. Okay, and you're saying that was happening before he came back, that him coming back wasn't what made him look deformed.
I think so. Obviously I don't think it helped for sure, but
So it's just one of the things.
I'm saying otherwise, why do they make his face kind of all messed up like that?
Because I'm kind of wondering him coming back. It's kind of a natural thing. You're trying to bring someone back. So
Redrawing
maybe
his body, essentially.
little boy, that doesn't even really cover it, does it? I love that. That's a description that could be aptly applied to me, actually. Just. I love that.
Is that a threat?
I love his attire.
I know, he's dressed like a wildling.
I know.
I don't know if I should.
I know. Every time I go somewhere, I'm like in trouble somehow. So no. In fact, tell me where the thing that I need to see is, and I'm gonna go as far away from it as I can.
Damn. Hedwig's just like, I didn't do it.
Harry's like, yeah. Now I know how you feel. Seriously, Harry, get out of there right now.
know.
Don't be there. Someone's gonna walk in and be like, God damn it, Harry, not this now too. Oh, you can't actually do that, right, Harry? No. Are you sure? No. All right.
Oh, yeah. This is when it happened.
Have you seen what we've been up to?
I know.
And I like how they kind of give them like a grayish texture too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can tell they kind of like dusted their face with something. It's like a slight ashen look, I guess is.
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say, I kind of think that's a
Look,
wax figure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she would have to be.
Lame. You guys are really cramping your style.
I know.
How are we supposed to get the booty?
The booty. Here's my thing, though. If that actually happened, they had to close down Hogwarts. It's like going to school. Kids have to go to school to learn, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
would they be like redistributed then?
I don't know.
I mean, they wouldn't send them to like Muggle schools, would they? Oh, that'd be a funny season or a funny movie.
Yeah. Since when do we follow the rules?
Yeah, exactly. Let the wacky hijinks ensue.
Masturbation time!
Again, I don't think that's what they're going to use it for. I
I
think
know.
there are more pressing matters.
know.
This would be, I mean, I guess maybe this is the DREAGEN.
Yeah.
That's where that would be going down, but I love this whole bit coming up. This is what I was going to talk about. Oh, look at that. This is that whole bit where I was talking about how Dumbledore kind of sense things.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. I'm always like, here's my thing. Hagrid's got a crossbow, obviously a weapon, defense, hunting, whatever. So it's a world of magic, yet they can't rationalize, the superior ingenuity of a firearm as opposed to like, or is it one of those things too? Because magic has advanced so much for every facet of life, including defense and weapons, that when they do need a physical thing, basically there's no industry that's advanced like physical weapons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you think about it, why would we have to put time and money and
I
technology
know.
in developing a weapon, like a projectile weapon, advancing it beyond, like, Middle Ages, when we can, like, shoot fireballs and stuff out of our wand? So when you have to use a physical weapon, they don't have guns and things because that industry's never advanced. So they still have, like, kind of very primitive tools like that, ironically.
Yeah. The fudge packer.
Wow, really? Some high-grade material you got here, sweetheart.
Cornelius Fudge. That's his name.
I know, but... Yeah, here's the thing about that. That's... Oh, surprise, surprise. Look who's here. God, he is such a just slimy shit. I love him. See the looks he gives.
I
Like,
know.
again, it's the bitch please look. See, and I love the little subtle thing where he like turns his wrist and basically says, "No, you hand it to me. I don't take it from you like a bitch. You're gonna put it in my hand." You know, so even in that moment, you realize that Dumbledore is still in power, and that no one in that room ultimately wants to. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where you realize Dumbledore. If Dumbledore wanted to be evil, Dumbledore could turn the wizarding world on its head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good that he's good. But even in moments like that, he still commands respect. He's basically getting fired. Or sacked. And he's still...
I know.
I love this bit right there. I love that. Again, you just realize that, yeah, Dumbledore's
the man.
He's got this. Look at him, yeah. He's like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I was young once too.
But again, I'm wondering too, like, what is he? Again, he must be able to sense stuff, right? Like, again, if he's as old and has been around I think it's just basically he's been around magic so long. It's like, what the fuck? Just like, that was weird.
Poor Fang. Oh.
Again, I would have waited a minute before I took that off.
I know. Is the door even shut yet?
Yeah, I know.
Fucking spiders. Why couldn't it be follow the ladybugs?
I love how there's always spiders on the way to somewhere. It's just like,
The spiders got a hot party to get to.
you see what's in the woods. I don't really think a Neapolitan Mastiff will be enough.
Oh, remember? Fang's the coward.
Well, I know, but they was like, oh, let's go, Fang. Come with us to protect us. What, from like the giant monsters that live in the woods?
You guys just... What about fire safety, guys? I know this is Hogwarts, but still, just... You left the door open. You left the fire going. Amateurs.
Amateurs. This is fucking amateur hour.
Look at Fang leading the way.
I love those big doggies.
I know.
Oh, tripped a little bit there. I love this bit.
I know. I love that the car is just fucking rogue.
I love the car's gone feral, basically.
I know.
This feral animal living in the woods now.
It's like, you did this to me.
I want to see all the fights and brawls this car's had.
I know.
Battling centaurs, like running down werewolves. I just kind of picture the car being like the Punisher in this forest. Just
Oh my God.
killing things, interrogating things.
Jesus Christ. That's disgusting. Like, walk to the side. Why are you walking through the spiders?
Because the digital artist animated the spiders right where they're walking.
Don't you shush me,
And
Potter.
again, I love how this forest dungeons don't ever go into it. Yet, nothing that's supposed to be there ever attacks them. They only the first movie was the weird kind of Voldemort thing that was in the woods. Not all the monsters that said to live in the woods. And this time, it's Aragog. Not Aragog. Did I get the name right? No.
Aragog?
Aragog, that's... Okay, that's
Just
him.
don't say Aragorn.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's in this forest, just waiting.
But that's my point. Okay, but something that was released by Hagrid that initially wasn't even supposed to be there. But all the creatures that are naturally there, like werewolves and whatnot, never seem to attack them. Have you noticed that?
That's a really awesome set.
I know. Then again, maybe it's because of all the other unnatural shit that gets put in the forest.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if plot-wise nothing that was going on, this forest wouldn't be that bad. And the one natural creature that he ran into, the centaur, protected him.
Well, to be fair, we all know how this is gonna end.
Oh, yeah. Hey. I've seen Son of Godzilla. I'm not impressed by this. You guys ever see a Kumanga?
But they actually...
you wouldn't be impressed. But this is a prop right there, right?
I was gonna say, I can't tell if it's digital or not.
I think that's
definitely real. But see, this is my question. If he's supposed to be like a certain type of, like monster spider, I guess, why are these other ones so big too,
Unless they don't get as big as him. There are probably other big spiders, but that might be as big as they'll get, though.
Well, we kind of need to.
There's a lot of this in Harry Potter.
I know.
What about this guy? We don't say his name. What about this monster? We don't speak of it. I was like, you know what? Maybe if everyone just actually talked about this shit, we could
Deal with
avoid
your
a lot of
problems.
this shit.
Right.
The whole time he's just like.
Ugh.
Yeah, it looks cool though.
No, it doesn't. That looks terrible. This is the things of my worst nightmares. Like, basically swarms of roaches on the bottom and swarms of spiders on the top, and I'm dead. I'm just dead. I die of fright.
Better than what you're gonna almost die out of here. Makes a good point.
Yes.
Time to use your wand, Ron, that causes mayhem and destruction everywhere it goes. Just point it in a general direction and do something. Because apparently your wand makes, like, explosions.
Just can't bail you guys out of
Damn.
everything.
I've been funny. The spider's like, oh no, it's back.
I know.
Kinda like that. Damn.
Bleh.
What about eczema?
I know, right?
That's awesome.
No, that's terrible.
See, if this was an American movie, it'd be like a big, obnoxious, like 4x4 pickup truck, and it would be running over all the spiders and crushing them all. Damn.
Don't stop.
I know. Well, I think it's the oh.
Look at Fang. Do you see Fang?
Yeah. Was that in the theatrical cut, or is that an added thing?
I don't remember. I don't remember it either.
I don't remember if it, like, reached...
I remember this.
Yeah, I think it picked up right here. I don't think one grabbed him like that. That is creepy.
Jesus. The slobber. What do you want
the
to
shot of the
smash
woods.
into a tree?
That looks cool, though. It's creepy, but that looks cool.
It's terrible. Oh my god.
Damn.
It's like that movie 8-Legged Freaks.
It's like a stampede of spiders. That's crazy.
At least they're not jumping. That'd be even worse.
My question is, I wonder how far they would go.
Probably to the edge of the forest, I
Yeah.
imagine.
No, are these borders that are respected by these creatures of the forest, or is it like the school has like enchantments and
I
incantations?
think probably half
look-
and half. I'm sure the more sentient creatures.
But then again, it's also probably
respect it.
one of those things too, where it's like they know that if really they wanted to go in the woods and like start exterminating them, they probably could. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
all right,
Well, it's also like, I think for better or for worse, even though they're dangerous, they don't want to destroy all these animals or bugs or whatever.
Well, yeah,
So
but I
it's
mean,
like,
a lot
as
of
long
these
as
other
they
animals
stay in their,
respective,
area.
yeah. He does make a good point, though.
Yeah.
Like, Hagrid, you basically kind of sent them to their deaths
Again,
almost.
that spider's grateful to you, not to us.
Yeah. I love how he's going back.
I know.
He's like, no, I haven't had enough more. Car, Brian's like, I gotta squirt a saddle. I'm gonna go fuck up that spider.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Hogwarts at dawn and Hogwarts at night, I think, are some of the best. Or like when it's cloudy in the wintertime.
So Hogwarts when there is any kind of weather.
Well, except for just bright sunny days. I don't like that. I like if it's gonna be in the daytime, I want it to be like snowy or like really overcast.
And I love how apparently they've been here this whole time and never noticed this giant bulging note in her hand.
Or let anyone.
Yeah. You guys suck as friends.
That'd be funny. That was the first words out of her mouth that she kind of is unpetrified. You guys suck as friends.
But I do like, I mean, again, I think it was important that Hermione be taken out of the picture, so to speak. So it can kind of show these guys, even though they're kind of bumbling idiots sometimes, they can.
Well, yeah,
still...
because if it was Hermione,
Then again, to be fair, it's only because of Hermione they figure out what it is. So.
Yeah, but I think also too, it's like if it had been her, the movie, it would have been the end of the movie right then and there. They would have gone to Dumbledore, like, "Yep, it's a basilisk." And Dumbledore would be like, "I know what to do," and that would have been the end of it.
That was amazing.
Well, if it was the next movie, it'd be like, "I know what to do." But you know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
Dumbledore could probably just... You see Dumbledore walk down, he takes off his robe, and he's got rippling muscles under his shirt, like Master Roshi style. It just puts the basilisk in a headlock, and just rips his whole head off. Like, oh, shit. Don't fuck with Dumbledore. Hashtag. But yeah, hashtag don't fuck with Dumbledore. But you know what I mean? I think that's ultimately what would have been happening, because the only reason why the adults don't know what to do is because they don't know what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
But once they know what it is, it's like, oh, okay, well, we know how to deal with this now. So because of that, because Hermione never got the word out, and because these guys are too stupid to go tell the most powerful wizard in the world. Oh, I forgot he's gone. Oh, that was I forgot he's not there. But still, someone should like send an owl. Like, get your owl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go tell Dumbledore or what it. But if you notice what the story is doing here, they're getting rid of all the people who can do something. They got rid of Hermione because Hermione figured it out. They got rid of Dumbledore, the guy who could probably go down there and rip its head off with his bare arms. But probably not. But that's just kind of I picture Dumbledore doing. But you know what I mean? So now they're without the brains and they're without kind of the magical brawn, so to speak. So they kind of have to figure it out, even though I'm kind of like, well, you could tell other people, like, Snape, maybe. Again, though, why don't they just tell? I mean, I know it would make for as fun of a story, but from their perspective, it's like, okay, we figured out what it is. Why don't we just go tell the adults? Or maybe not.
Fucking Gilderoy Lockhart.
I love they're just fucking with him. They know.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Do they know he's full of shit? Do they know he's making it up? I mean, he is. Spoilers. But do they know?
I think so. But I still don't know why they brought him here then.
Unless it's maybe to expose him. I don't know. I'm just kind of like... I mean, was it Dumbledore who invited him? Or was it maybe like... Again, if he's as famous as he is...
I imagine.
Maybe he has friends in like high places, and maybe the Ministry of Magic, and they kind of like push to have him there. Kind of, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Where
I don't think so, because the Ministry of Magic doesn't really get involved in the school stuff so much.
Oh, did you just see what happened here?
Well,
Lucius sure put some influence on them to get
to an
Dumbledore out of there.
extent, yes, but... A swanky jacket on that.
You see, he's got a wig there.
Did he? I didn't see.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Are we supposed to believe that he doesn't? That's not his real hair.
I mean, to be fair, it's definitely a wig, but...
Well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah. That's funny.
I know. Oh, a man. Oh, no.
I like how she just wants Harry. Now, ghosts can't... They're not corporeal anyway, or they can't physically interact with anyone. Like, they are forever, just, like, pass through, kind of.
No. By the way, I never really paid attention, but I like how she's got the same fucking glasses as Harry.
I mean, I'm sure it's a style kind of thing.
Oh, I guess they're not perfect circles like his.
Like she said, distract! So like right away that like well, obviously it's implying that moaning Myrtle probably well obviously she did die by the basilisk, but it's
but it was so fast she didn't even know that's what it was.
Well, yeah, because I would imagine that's the thing. It's instantaneous, right?
Yeah. Again, it's only because everybody else saw it through something or the reflection of it somehow.
So I kind of like how they do that. How they kind of work around that. Like it's kind of one of those things where it's
clever.
Yeah, it's clever. I like how it's like it's the only way for it to actually kill you is direct line of sight. If you see it through something else, it kind of filters out the death, I guess. You'll still get frozen, but you won't technically be dead. Although, if you stay petrified long enough, you'll die, right? Because you're not eating, you're not drinking. I guess it's magic.
Necessarily.
I guess it's magic, so you could just kind of. Is it like it freezes you in time? I don't know.
Magic bathroom time.
To the Batcave.
I know. Here's it.
Batman just kind of stands up, rises up.
He's on a toilet.
Hey, I
wasn't done.
I'm on the Batloo.
Batloo.
You just got that?
I didn't really Yeah.
They could have made a really funny scene here where it's like shit's opening up, the music is soaring. 5 minutes go by, shit's still opening up, the music's still going. They're looking around. Like,
I don't know if I'd say shit's opening up. They are in a bathroom, so.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You can't even argue with that logic. He's like, yeah, fair enough.
It's like, if it was me.
Now, what if that was like 100 feet down? He just died.
Yeah.
Ron just committed murder.
He deserves it, right?
Well, yeah, but Ron just straight up murdered his ass.
I can't die no matter what.
I don't know. Myrtle seems like she's, she could be some fun. I'm just saying, if you gotta spend your afterlife as like...
Corporeal?
Well, yeah, but if you're like her...
Ooh.
I love Ron's yell.
I know. Ron's amazing.
Ooh.
Ow, that looks painful. Yeah, why didn't you guys bring a mirror? You guys are dumb.
I know. That's the thing. Especially with this too, before you turn a corner, stop and listen, because if it's right there, you might not have a chance to react.
Yeah.
I love how you see the skin.
I know.
I always thought that was cool when I saw that, because then right away you realize that, okay, how big, because that's the thing, it would be bigger than that. Like snakes and anything that sheds its skin does so because it's getting larger.
It's so funny. My thing with Gilderoy right here, I'm like, dude, okay, so you got his wand, like, How are you guys planning on getting back out? You fell down that giant fucking tube.
Well, I know it's always one of those things too when you watch movies like this where they have to like fall down something to get in there. I'm like, okay, but how do you get back up? Gravity got you there. I mean, do you guys have a spell for like anti-gravity?
I know.
I get. Well, actually, never mind. I forget. Let's not forget what we're watching here. Oh, and now his spine is snapped in half.
I like how apparently he hit it that hard where he fucked up the fucking stability.
Yeah, sure, he's not dead. Uh-oh.
Watch out for the foam rocks.
I love how in both these movies they're going down into the bowels of Hogwarts, and now they've gone even further beyond the point of like Hogwarts, basically.
I love this.
just like
I love this. Ron's just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that shit.
Ron is just trying to kill this man. He pushes him down a hole. He smashes him in the head with a rock. Please don't kill him while I'm gone.
I know, right? Ron is all of us, though. Let's be real.
Yeah. I remember this bit. I like this bit right here. Or like you have the one that goes around.
I know.
It's a thick door. I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a bank vault.
Or a snake vault. Oh.
I
Okay,
just
so
picture the basilisk going there and being annoyed every time he's got to open this damn door and wait to go slither in.
I know. He's like, God damn it.
And how'd he slither in with the fucking thing right there? How would he do that?
Okay, so this kind of statue mural thing in the background that you'll see in just a second.
All of them?
No, the one the guy in the background. Now,
Yeah.
are we to believe? Is that supposed to be like a rendering of Salazar Slytherin?
It might be. I think it's also just a really awesome looking set piece they wanted.
But again, wasn't he describe how his appearance were to look, and he didn't have a beard?
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Because I remember. Because I always pictured him not quite, but I was like, well, it seems like all wizards probably had beards and stuff like that. But I'm kind of like, yeah, I think I read a description of him, and he didn't look that way. Like, to describe what he looked like.
Also, Harry's dumb. He just threw his wand.
Yeah. That's why you need Hermione.
The fuck?
That's interesting. I like that. It's almost like a recording, like a living recording of someone.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. It's kind of like if you videotape someone or record someone, they'll forever be that age in the recording. So it's kind of like the magical version of that, kind of a little bit, where it's like...
Yeah. Even though some of those messages were tall, they were high up. She is a short girl.
But where did she get the blood? Like, they would say, wrote it in blood. Where? Where did you get the blood?
I don't know.
It's kind of funny. It's almost like she had
some sort of peeping Tom.
I know.
Oh, that took a twist.
But it's one of those things. It's almost like she had her own story before theirs kind of kicked in. You know what I mean? Because she was dealing with this like before they found the diary
Oh
and all
yeah.
that. So it's kind of
She
interesting.
was dealing with it literally the entire year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's almost like I'm kind of very curious to like her story. You know?
Mm-hmm. It's so funny because I'm pretty sure half the time Harry's got those glasses on, they actually don't have any lenses, not even fake ones in them. Unless they're just really clean.
It might be. Well, I think sometimes they do that because when you're filming, everything
Yeah.
reflect. So you would see like the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes they can then later on now digitally they can add
Yeah.
the lens glare. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are no lenses in that because
Yeah.
if there were, you would see a glare.
I was
And
gonna
you
say,
would
even in the first movie, I noticed that sometimes it looked like that, and sometimes there were a little bit of a glare, so there was lenses.
for certain shots, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think depending on camera placement, if you have, for instance, if you're if you're filming right over his shoulder at Carrie, you would see the camera on the.
Yeah.
And I like how right here he's gonna get the reveal.
I like how he's like, I'm not gonna tell you, I'm a showman, I'm gonna show you.
I know.
The door. What'd you do if you actually just did that?
He just turns around. Oh
my god.
Like, oh, okay. So that's the thing. So his father was a Muggle, but he is he the descendant of Salazar Slytherin? Was Voldemort actually? I guess on his
I
mother's
can't
side.
remember.
Or did he just try to inherit?
I think he just wanted to be, essentially.
Well, and again, and I keep bringing this up as a thing, but again, using Nazi Germany and Hitler, a lot of historians now suspect at least that Hitler's mother, I think, was Jewish. So he had this very kind of self-loathing hatred of things. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, he hates mudbloods, he hates Muggles, but a part of it is because he hates himself because his father was a Muggle. Again, I keep saying it. Don't call this a children's story because there is so many very real-world parallels to this.
Such an awesome set.
Yeah. Again, unless his mother could have been, I guess his mother was a witch.
Yeah. Hello, I've come to play. The basilisk still looks really good, though, for the most part.
No, again, I
think it's the lighting.
Yeah, but again, I think it's one of those things too that yes, the first film came out in 2001, but at the same time, I think because it was such a success, they spent a little bit more money.
Classic Harry.
I love this bit.
Peck out his eyes.
And I love he has to look at it through as the shadow.
I know. And eat you. I'm like, what if I just don't move at all?
So now for Harry, this is the first time seeing it.
Yeah. Yes, run where there's more water.
So now it's basically like a graboid.
I know.
So before it was opened by the chambers open back, it was just living under the school, just eating animals and stuff down there, right?
I imagine, yeah.
I love here. There's like
Yeah, they use an
physical
actual head. Yes, use the stone. Oh, yeah.
Good thing its sense of smell isn't good.
I know.
Really. That's a cool shot. I like how they do that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this chamber then would be big enough for it to live and probably smaller things to wander in, but not big enough for it to get out on its own.
Yeah. I like how he's just standing there still.
Well, he's kind of like not like a ghost, but he's kind of like a.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's magical data, right?
Yeah. Bath time's over, bitches.
Whoop, whoop! There it is.
Magic.
Yeah, it really does feel like Tremors a little bit, where it's like it's attracted to sound. Good thing, apparently Salazar Slytherin had a big beard.
I know.
Yeah, again, I definitely think this time around, a lot of the special effects in the first film were, because some of them were kind of bad even for the time.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those things, before they spend as much money as they do, I think it's one of those things where they want to make sure they're going to get a return on their investment.
I love how that's the actual head, too, again.
Yeah.
That must have been so much fun for Daniel Radcliffe. It's like, I'm going to fucking go to town on this fucker.
Oh,
No,
don't drop that. Don't drop
not
that.
my sword.
It'd be bad if he grabs it by the... Ooh.
I like how it was so strong it ripped the tooth out.
I was kind of thinking, though, like it would have been bad if the jaw did just clamp down on his arm.
Yeah.
Now, would they be able to regrow a limb? In
I
theory.
imagine theory, yeah.
I kind of wish they would have done that instead. Like, it just kind of, like, snapped shut on his arm and just took
Well,
it.
it
I guess
is
it's still more for kids.
children,
He
but
just
kids-
stabbed the monster in the brain.
You know what?
He can lose an arm for that.
At least a hand. But actually, I don't know, because remember...
And they're ready to regrow the bone, so, like, if you can regrow, like, calcium, why not, like, muscle tissue and all that? It's magic. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I know. Eat shit.
I know.
It's just kind of a weird insult at this point. Like, she can't hear you.
Well, so technically he's not even real. He's just the malice
I know, not
left
yet.
over.
Yummy. Oh, no.
I love this. This is cool, though.
Rude.
I love how the book is bleeding ink.
I know.
That's really cool. I like the symbolism behind that. And this book is a Horcrux, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This journal, I guess you should say.
Yeah, they just didn't know it at the time.
Huh?
They just didn't know it at
Yeah.
the time.
Again, spoilers, but yeah, no. Death by razzle dazzle.
Harry's got those death hands.
Yeah, I know. How does Harry fix all his problems? Straight murder. He's like turning people to stone. He's stabbing things in the brain. Like, Harry is just handling. I like how Harry solves his problems. He kills them.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna need you to be quiet.
Yeah. You should see the other guy.
Yeah, he's right behind me. Gonna get some of that sweet, sweet bird tears.
This bird is like a Deus Ex Machina. Every time he swoops in, he fixes a problem.
Oh,
You notice that?
I know. But he's so cute.
Oh my god, I need a weapon. Brings the sword. Oh my god, the basilisk. Blinds it. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I got this.
Hell yeah. Dumbledore explained it all, don't you remember?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying Harry needs to trade in his owl for one
I
of
like
these
how
guys.
they made the wound that small. Look how big that hole is.
You know, okay, here's my question. Is the Phoenix here like Dumbledore's owl? Like, instead of having an owl, does Dumbledore have this Phoenix?
Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure. I never really thought about it.
Yeah. I'm going to point something interesting about this, about the Phoenix in terms of trying to figure out kind of its phylogeny here. I don't know, I just butchered the word. Sorry. It's a type of vulture.
Yeah, I was going to say, it almost looks like I think they're called bearded vultures.
Yeah, because if you notice, like... Yeah. But if you can say, if you notice that vultures versus like raptors being like hawks, eagles, and they have very long
bird.
beaks, whereas like vultures have more skin, and the beak is like a very tipped thing because they're meant to eat carrion. And I was gonna say he's built like even like his stance. Only a dozen? Shit. Yeah, I also like once again like killed the thing that was bad. Can I get a paycheck, maybe?
Free tuition?
Here's my question. Is it free to go to Hogwarts? I never thought about that.
It's free to go, but they have to buy all the supplies.
I guess, yeah. I never went. Oh, I guess. Of course it is. This is the UK. They have. You guys are much smarter than us. You have free education. I wonder the American school that charges you.
I know, right?
So this is kind of bittersweet here because this is the last time we're going to be seeing Richard here play Dumbledore. I think he died shortly after they finished filming too, because it was quick. Because they had to before they even obviously started filming the other one, because they hadn't shot. I don't think they shot any scenes with him at all for.
I don't think so.
Prisoner of Azkaban. I love the shot right here. How they do with the lighting. So right away now we're kind of setting up that it's not really.
You're a Horcrux.
Well, yeah, we're setting that up, but also that it clears up the fear that am I a descendant of Salazar Slytherin? Even though again I still protest that even if you are, it doesn't matter because your family. It doesn't really matter who your family is. You are who you choose to be. I mean that's kind of what I ultimately take away. So even if Harry had been. That's the thing, Voldemort, Thomas Riddle. Like the only reason why he was trying to act like Salazar Slytherin was because he was trying to act like him.
Yeah.
Not because he was destined to be him. Yep. Exactly. He chose to be like Salazar Slytherin. He wasn't the way he was because of it. You know what I mean? And Harry's even saying, by default, some of your traits lent you to the Slytherin
wipe
house.
the blood off. Yes, grab it by the
blade.
fucking blade.
Good thing that's a prop. Bad on the director right there. Would miss that. But you know what I mean. And I like that he says, yeah, you should have been in Slytherin, but you chose to embody the traits of Gryffindor, and that's why you got to be in Gryffindor. Hey.
Lucius is like the Beverly Goldberg of Hogwarts.
He really is. You see him marching down the hallway. Oh, damn.
Oh, got it. Not again.
Oh my god, no, it's so true.
Just picture her hair on him.
Oh yeah, with the curls.
Mm-hmm.
See Lucius Malfoy with curling iron. Yeah. Voldemort use all of the lighting in the eyes.
Yeah. Stop grasping that sword, Harry. Oh.
I think it's so funny if Harry's just standing there with this bloody sword in his hand, like, yeah, say something, bitch. I just slayed a fucking monster. What do you fuck are you gonna do to me? Oh. Yeah. Got you. That's so funny. Tom's like, where I go. And again, I love how like Dumbledore Dumbledore's basically telling him like, I got you in check, homie. Like, don't even try to pull some shit with me. See, Dumbledore's an OG though. Like, Dumbledore has been around. Dumbledore's. I love this bit right here, right what he said.
I know.
Nice. Yup. Line in the sand.
Right there. You just see those sunglasses.
Yeah, and I like that. It's like you gotta get and I love how Dumbledore knows right there. It's like when I'm gone, there will be somebody else after me who will always, you know what I mean? And I like that. He's basically, ooh,
Aww.
Yeah. This is why Dumbledore employs house elves because otherwise they're gonna work for guys like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that down. It's funny. If I was Harry, I'd be walking around with that bloody sword over my shoulder all the time, walking out of school like, "What's up? Hey Draco, what's up? Oh, what? This in my hand? Oh, that's what I used to fucking kill a basilisk." Is he saying it right now? Take it. There you go. Oh, that sneer. God, he hates him. Close. And I love how the act of giving an elf clothes is...
I love how he was gonna fucking kill him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Jesus.
You were gonna murder him outside of Dumbledore's office.
Well, that's what
in Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Over a fucking house elf.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, look how like he's so close to being on the edge. You can tell he's always like. Because that's the thing. If he had killed Harry right there, well, actually, no, that would be bad if he killed Harry, right? Right? He should.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's not like he would know though. That's
yeah, but he would get punished after the fact for that.
Yeah.
That's even though
To be fair, Tom's also trying to kill him, so I guess it's one of those things where, or
I guess
Voldemort was trying to kill
well,
him.
still Dumbledore.
Because remember, he didn't realize he was a Horcrux. That's why.
Oh, that's right. He was accidental.
So he didn't know.
Still, Dumbledore's right there, and Dumbledore would have again just ripped
I'm
off
sure
his
Dumbledore could tell somehow. He's probably like, I sense a disturbance in the magical force.
Yep.
Hermione, we missed you.
I know.
Is that a weird pig head right there?
Oh, Ron. Look at their faces.
He smiles. Which one of us will she run to? I win! I'm the chosen one.
It's so funny. Oh, hey. How you doing?
Oh,
It's
sexual
funny.
tension.
J.K. Rowling has gone back on the record saying that she wished she would have put her and Harry together instead.
I know.
And I kind of like that she didn't.
No, I did too.
It's too cliche, first of all.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think her and Ron work well for each other.
They do, because Ron's kind of an idiot, and I love him for it.
Well, yeah, but she's kind of uptight.
Yeah,
so
that's
Ron
what I mean.
kind of
They both kind of balance each other out.
Yeah, she kind of like keeps Ron on the straight and narrow, but Ron kind of helps her chill out a little bit too, because Ron would lose his head without basically Hermione, but at the same time, Hermione would be just a stick in the mud at all times without him.
Yay.
I love her hat.
I know. Well, I understand.
Still don't want
Hermione.
stupid wizards movie.
Yeah, I'm like, they kind of have to take him to get to the next year, right? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know who that witch is.
I know,
Next
but
to
she's-
Snape, but she's fancy.
I know. Looking at her too, I was like, "Ooh, what class does she teach?" There he is. Oh, Hagrid. Who needs Santa Claus when you have Hagrid? Oh, and I love how, like, Tara, because it shows you how much they love Hagrid. Dumbledore handing out the bitch, please. Look.
All that food.
There's a lot of peas behind them.
I know. I saw the peas too. I was like,
I know a lot
those
of
peas are gonna be
drumsticks.
cold.
I know.
Let me. But then again, this food's all magic. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
probably
sure.
just stays perfect temperature.
Probably.
By the way, fuck you for almost getting us killed.
We met your friend, by the way. Follow the spiders, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna go back at it with my freaking death hands and sword. I go say hi to your friend again.
Oh. Okay, guys, we want to eat now. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm old. I'm dying. Want some food?
Oh, too soon.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean it like that.
I love this though. I love Hagrid.
I know, he's adorable.
I think ultimately he might be my favorite character.
Because he's just so inherently good.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He is literally genuinely probably the most good
Yeah.
person in this whole thing. I mean, they're all good people, but Hagrid is really like, and he does so at the expense of himself so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, he puts himself both in harm. He is. How fun would it be if one day Hagrid becomes headmaster? I know. I love Hagrid. I think everyone loves Hagrid.
I know.
Aww. I don't think I said it in the first film, but I really love the floating candlesticks.
I know.
It's such a beautiful aesthetic. And there we have it. One final really nice shot of Hogwarts at night.
Yeah.
My Hogwarts at its best at night. Love it. Perfect ending. Yep. Well, there we have it. This is a farewell to Christopher Columbus and Richard Harrison, who played Dumbledore. And come starting the next film, we're gonna have a bit of a change up, and dare I say, the movies are going to start. The look that kind of starts, I think, in the next movie will be kind of the look the Harry Potter movies kind of maintain throughout the rest of the series, even though we have different directors coming on.
Yeah.
As a whole, they're going to have more of kind of this darker kind of feel to it, in the way they look, which I don't know. I like. I mean, the next film is my favorite. So, but anyway, yeah, guys. John Williams, gotta love it. But anyway, that's going to do it for our Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets commentary. We will be back again with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Until then, peace!
Peace!